Hello दोस्तों, I recently traveled from New Delhi, India to Toronto, Canada via Dubai. And as you all know, Canada currently is not allowing direct flights from India or even Indian RT-PCR tests. So I thought of making this video to help share my travel experience and answer some of the questions which may help you with your travels. A special shout out to members of Canadians Stranded in India Facebook group for actively helping each other out. This group helped me out a lot, and that gave me the motivation to spend 4 or 5 hours to make this video, even though it's pretty sunny outside today in Toronto. So hopefully this video will answer most of your questions. If not, then feel free to send me a message after this video as well, so that I can help answer your remaining questions. चलिए पहले ओरिजिनल रूट की बात कर लेता हूँ। पहले मैंने डायरेक्ट वाया दुबई टोरंटो की फ़्लाइट कराई थी अराउंड 21 अगस्त की, बट ड्यू टू द रिस्ट्रिक्शंस अराउंड पीसीआर टेस्ट मैंने वो फ़्लाइट चेंज करा के वाया मेक्सिको सिटी करा ली थी। एंड एमिरेट्स की पॉलिसी है सेम रीजन में दे चेंज इट फॉर फ्री। तो बिकॉज मेक्सिको एंड टोरंटो आर इन सेम रीजन, तो दे हैड चेंज माई फ्लाइट बाय जस्ट टेकिंग सम नॉमिनल सर्विस फी ऑफ $40 बिकॉज टिकट स्टिल अवेलेबल था। दे डिडंट गिव अप 21st बिकॉज मेरी जो ओरिजिनल क्लास थी उसमें टिकट अवेलेबल नहीं था और तो मुझे महंगा पड़ रहा था, बट दे गेव मी अ टिकट फॉर फ्यू डेज लेटर। दिल्ली मेक्सिको सिटी का इटिनरी था वो मैंने यहाँ पे पेस्ट किया है। 4:15 पे मेरी फ्लाइट थी, रीच दुबई 6:10। उसके बाद मेरा अराउंड 9 आवर्स का लेओवर था दुबई में, एंड देन आई वाज सपोज टू ट्रैवल टू मेक्सिको सिटी, एंड वहाँ पे मैंने 12 आवर्स का लेओवर रखा था टू डू माई पीसीआर टेस्ट बिकॉज आई गॉट टू नो 8 आवर्स में जेएलएन लैब्स दे देता है फॉर श्योर द टेस्ट। तो मैंने फिर नेक्स्ट डे एयर कनाडा की फ़्लाइट करा रखी थी, एंड वो फुली रिफंडेबल टिकट था अप टू 2 आवर्स बिफोर। मेरा टिकट शायद फुली रिफंडेबल इसलिए भी था क्योंकि मैंने एरोप्लेन पॉइंट्स के थ्रू कराया था। यू कैन ऑल्सो परचेज पॉइंट्स by paying amount. It comes out to be a little bit cheaper, I would say, the ticket somehow. But if you get a fully refundable ticket directly as well, just go for it. तो after reaching Dubai, वहाँ से connections की तरफ मुझे जाना था. It is in same terminal, and while going to connections, I saw board की PCR test available है, so I inquired a bit, and that's how I got to know कि यहाँ पे test available है. So when you walk towards the connection terminals, as I said, it's maybe a 5 minutes walk, 5-10 minutes walk, and आपको ये बोर्ड दिखेगा connections का जो अभी दिखा। मैं actually reverse तरफ से वीडियो ले रहा हूँ because you have to come from other side. I was walking back, and if you keep going straight, you would see थोड़ा देर में एक बोर्ड दिखेगा आपको कि PCR टेस्ट कोविड टेस्टिंग फॉर फर्स्ट एंड बिजनेस क्लास एंड यूएई नेशनल्स। तो बट आप उसमें जा सकते हो, लाइक इट्स नॉट एक्सक्लूसिवली फॉर फर्स्ट एंड बिजनेस क्लास। यू कैन जस्ट go there and get your PCR test done, and once you get your PCR test done, you can just walk back towards the same route I showed. एक और छोटा सा security check-in होता है before you go to the connections वाला gate, and I think flights around B17 B18 पे आती हैं। Also, अगर आपको tickets change करने हैं, then you will have to go through that next security up to your gate B17 B18। वहीं पे Emirates की desk है where you can inquire about flight changes, and after you inquire you can come back via same route। security जो check-in है वो the people will let you exit, just tell them that I need to go back to the PCR testing section, and the key thing is all of this is within arrival sections. You are not leaving airport at any time, so rest assured it is all within the same area. Hope that helps. Also, the test is around $50 Canadian, and you will get a receipt once you finish that test. You can also download an app, it's called DHA app, and I've given some instructions over here. There is also an instruction panel posted next to the place where you will give your test. The app needs a Dubai number probably, because I was not getting the OTP on a Canadian number. So if that happens, just ask the person whom you are paying for the test if you can switch to his number for 2 minutes, and then that the same person can revert your number back on your profile, which he would be making for your receipt. So once you have got all your flight tickets sorted, I would recommend you can go to Emirates Lounge and rest over there, assuming you have a transit layover of at least 12 hours. I did check at the airport. They said there is no such limit that you can only stay for 10 hours now, or let's say 11 hours. So Emirates, if you are not traveling business class, you might have to pay around 100 $120 to access the Emirates lounge. If you are able to afford, it's a good place to just get a sleep, and the staff in the lounge may also be kind enough to wake you up for your flight. They had woken me up right on time at 5:15 a.m. So and you can there's good food, so you can just relax and unwind before your next flight. तो रिजल्ट्स आने में अराउंड 10 hours का टाइम लगता है by the time you give your test. So it might take you 1 hour to maybe just get out of your flight, reach the area, and then 10 hours for the result, and then 2 3 hours से पहले आपको check in करना पड़ता है. So that's why I recommend to have at least 12 to 14 hours of layover. And the result for the result you will have to go to the counter, again the same place where you give the PCR test. They would hand over your paper printed report. Make sure it has your correct name, passport number, and date of birth, because those are the things which are checked. And you can also view the lab results on your application DHA, which I had told earlier that you can download. There are two, in case you don't need a barcode, but that's where you can see a report along with your barcode. And make sure when you create your username of the DHA app, you keep it your first name, last name, because sometimes that username itself gets printed on the uh, mobile report. And as you can see, the lab result and the clearance certificate are the one I downloaded from mobile, but you don't really need them. You only need this paper printed handout. This is more than enough for getting your check-in in the airport. I did also receive a text message, which I have shown on the bottom right corner. Some people said that Dubai only gives a text message on the PCR test. That's not true. As you can see, you have all the information at your disposal. So my flight was at 9 a.m. in the morning, hoping it would be the same for you. Once it's time, go to the departure terminal. If you're in the lounge, you would have to go one level down, and it may be a 5 to 10 minutes walk. So please account for that. And once you're in the flight, enjoy the amazing hospitality. They do offer free text WhatsApp messaging in case you need, and you can also purchase internet for $10. I would advise against it though, so that you can just enjoy some time in the flight. The food is great. If you get a chance, if you're traveling business class, do visit their lounge as well, the onboard lounge. It's beautiful and amazing. And yeah, so just enjoy your flight. Once you land in Toronto, you would see a separate arrowhead for new students and new immigrants. So just follow those signs. I was not a new immigrant, so I went the other way around. The process was pretty smooth. Just went to the counter, got my immigrations cleared, and then collected my baggage. To exit the airport, if you're reaching for the first time, just download Uber app, and once you select your ride, it will exactly show you instructions where to get your cab. It comes at arrivals door P and Q, which is pretty easy to find out. But the instructions are very clear in the Uber app itself. You can also take airport taxis. They might be a little bit more costly though. There might be few questions which I was not able to address already. So in case you are just transiting through Dubai, you don't need that another test which has to be done 6 hours before boarding the flight. You can just take one test per your airline's policies, which might be 72 hours before. There are 3 or 4 COVID PCR test centers which have been blacklisted by UAE. Just Google for them and watch out that you don't get your test done there. Um, in case you're traveling through Dubai, I would also recommend just if you have already have a US visa, you will get a visa on arrival if needed in Dubai. If not, I will ask that you should maybe at least take apply for your Dubai visa, so that worst come worst, if something happens, you are at least able to exit the Dubai airport and just stay there for one day till your PCR test results are out. This might also safeguard in case airlines in India don't let you board the flight due to XYZ reasons. communication is very mixed right now, so maybe it could be the case that they say, oh, you cannot transit directly by Dubai. Who knows? So it's just safe to have that visa in place, which can come to your rescue. And in case your tickets are in this way that you are entering Dubai, then do make sure to get your PCR test with also that other test, which has to be taken 6 hours before boarding the flight. During transiting, you can stay any number of hours on the airport. That's what was the information that was given to me. There is Expo 2020 happening now in Dubai, so you might be getting a free pass for any tickets booked for onwards travel after October 1. So that's another thing to look out for. And there was one other query. Yeah. So for my bags, I didn't really have to request anything when I was getting my tickets changed at the Emirates window itself. I gave my baggage tags, and they adjusted my bag so that they reached Toronto instead of reaching Mexico. The baggage tags still remain same, my slips, but they just flipped those over. And I did not book separate tickets from Delhi to Dubai and Dubai to Toronto. Mine was a single PNR. But I mean, one way to go around it is book the same way. Book your Delhi to Toronto tickets with a layover in Dubai. In case you're not getting a layover more than 9 hours, maybe call the airlines and ask them if they can adjust your first leg or the second leg of the ticket so that you have a 14 hours layover. Or else the only other option is that you do book two separate tickets with 1 day stay in Dubai, which is, I would say, even better than some other options. It feels more convenient, but again, it's about personal choice for everyone. One other thing to note is be very cautious of the places you are visiting 1 or 2 days before your flight, because in case you test positive during your transit, you would have to quarantine in the same destination probably for 10-12 days, which won't be pretty. So, just as a matter of caution, take care of that piece. A couple of questions which I forgot to answer still were so in Emirates Lounge, they have recliners, beds available where you get very good sleep. They are like in the personal corner, so it's pretty comfy. And about changing my ticket on the fly within Dubai. So once I got to know that PCR test is available, I just went through the connection security check-in and up to the Emirates window inside that connections terminal around B17, B18, I think, and I asked him if they can change my ticket. I had also already checked on the Emirates app that a ticket was available for next day, although that ticket was costing a lot if I was comparing the price difference. So the price which was quoted at the counter was much less compared to what was showing on the app to me when I go by the difference. And I did reason with them that they have a policy of charging the same for the same leg. So they mentioned that the reason they had to charge me that XYZ dollars was because they are putting me one leg up above than the one which was available. So they are pretty reasonable, and it might be possible that they don't charge you a lot if the seats are available. So suit yourself and good luck. Also, do register for the Skyward miles. It's free to register, and by registering on the Emirates website, what happens is that you do gain some miles, and those miles can be used in further trips to upgrade your tickets. And trust me, they do really come in handy. So, yep, do that, please. Thanks. If you are visiting or moving to Canada for the first time, welcome to Canada. It's an amazing place. I pasted some video and image snippets. On the left is the Bruce Peninsula, which is around a 3 hours drive from here. Very scenic views over there. And on the right is the view of Toronto Islands, which is right in the downtown. I also pasted a video snippet of the road which overlooks CN Tower and Rogers Center. Uh, there is a lot of good things to do. Even there are parks for hikes, Lions Head Lookout, Algonquin Park. I'll be happy to share more tips, and maybe I'll make another video someday of that, which will be a more neat video. This was just my first video attempt. So thanks for bearing with me. Thanks everyone.